All right, before we take a look at these times and sales, I want to say this. If you need to learn how to trade from a plain chart, nothing on it, I'll teach you that here with no distractions. So that's education. This is indication, totally different thing. You can get all three of these for 100 bucks. All right, I want to go ahead and tell you that. The ladder here that's showing aggression in it is different from this one. This one is currently saying iceberg, and this is a percentage associated with it. Now, there's the ultimate detection, in which I told you guys there were some add-ons made here. Now they were transferred to the Pro, and I'm gonna show you that in just a moment. But again, you get these three. Now these bubbles are associated with this. I did not optimize not any of this information, so this is out the box stuff. So if you're seeing too many bubbles, that's just how it comes until you do something with it. This is a 5 second, so you got a 5 second here. Now let me show you the comparative difference here, and you got a 15 second here, 5 and 15, that can be bumped up to a 60 second, so you can get a 1 minute. Your noticeable difference will probably be your bid and ask. So you got that, you don't have it here, or you have it, and then of course the delta here, you have user config control over how it's being calculated. It can be rolling however you prefer it. This one here is different. All right, the next thing you have that's different is your speed. It's colored directional as well as all the text, and it's emboldened in some cases. Now they're tiered. The RVOL and the speed are tiered on three different conditions on both. I want to go ahead and tell you that. The next thing that you're going to get is the DTT function here, removing that VWAP. I'm okay with that. That is no more than a 255 period EMA. And so here you get just a little bit more robust information associated with the, I guess, the depth of how it's trading. And so I put some information there to help you along. The gauge here is important as well. And then of course you have a retractable volume profile. Hopefully it'll extend itself while we're in this video. And you can of course set this to whatever. Right now it's calculating based on 150 trades. But you'll be able to get that to work as well. And it extends all the way to the bottom, and it can come all the way back up. Oh, and of course the background flash of the whole panel. Here the rows are being highlighted similar to your time and sales from NinjaTrader. Okay, so it's not doing that over here, right? So it's just a tad bit more of what you would be used to if you were looking at the time and sales on NinjaTrader. And those are just some components that it has. Now, the next thing I want to tell you is that you have here the, of course, the VPS and the VPB histogram. You have the histogram located over here, but with three different conditions that it will highlight the whole row, and one in which it'll highlight the whole panel itself. All right, so that would be yellow or red and green should those conditions appear. The ladder itself, of course, I showed you that at the beginning, is absolutely different. All right, so it's not just looking for anomalies. It's going to try to tell you the reason behind the anomaly and the probability on a scoring scale as to whether or not it should be able to continue in that direction. So those are the major components outright that you'll get. And again, here's the comparative view. All right, so you would get this if you upgrade along with this one. All right, so I didn't leave you here. All right, so when I said, hey, just spend another 150 bucks for the suite, my intent was not to just leave you with this. And so now you get, of course, both of these. Or, again, you can go with just this. All right, you can have the bubbles, you know, and the squares or whatever, and these three here. All right, and you'll do just fine. All right, so it's totally up to you which way you want to go. I absolutely wish you all the best with your trading. Again, please do not indulge in trading if you don't know how to read a plain chart. I wish you all the best with your trading. Take care.